This one's just like a Wii computer compared to yours.
Well, I got to make up for shortcomings.
Can't dazzle them with talent, dazzle them with computer
Give
size.
them with a size.
Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Yeah. All right. Let's kick this thing off, man. Oh, see, this is the part where Matt would go, "Turn that the hell off."
I paused it.
Yeah, I know. No, just turn down the volume, and then you can watch it live stream, and then you can be like, well, here I am live on this one, and there I am not live on that one, and it looks weird. Yeah, and then welcome to my world. So, hey everybody, it's Matt from Texas Toast. As always, to my left, your right is Chris.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, except I'm Chris. And this is Doug, because Matt couldn't be here today, so we're going to do the live stream. For those of you who don't know, this is Doug Cook from Toledo, Ohio. He's a good friend of the shop. And tell them what you do when you come out here. Give them a little story.
Well, I just come out here, once or twice a year sometimes, and just help out around the shop, do a lot of sanding. Run the pin router.
Yep. So the first time you came out, we were in the middle of building a paint booth.
Yes.
And we started it, I think, the weekend before, and you helped us out with that. And Matt and I said, he's never coming back. We'll never see that guy again. But you came back, and you come out and you help us out and you do some sanding. And that's the kind of the way this started was, I'll come out and sand. And we're like, yeah, right, whatever. And you did. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I sanded and sanded.
And the second time you sanded and sanded and sanded.
Yeah.
And this time you got to sand a lot. You got to do some other stuff. We did some paint. And you have a shop at home.
Yes.
Yeah, which is kind of, I think one of the reasons that you come out and do this is to learn all the hot techniques that Matt and I have perfected, right?
Absolutely. Learn from the best.
Well,
forget the rest.
Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, so how are things in Toledo these days?
There's a lot of snow and cold.
Yeah, well, and as luck would have it, there's a lot of snow and cold here today as well.
It was actually pretty warm all week long.
It was really nice. Yeah. Normally it's like the frozen north here at this time of year. So
frozen tundra.
Don't move here.
Say that.
No, I'm telling everybody else not to move here.
Well,
you can if you want. We've talked about that. So what were you hoping to learn this time besides how to sand?
The one thing that I had this time coming into is I wanted to spend some time with you doing finishes and stuff like that. 'Cause that's the part of my stuff my process that I have not yet perfected or. So that's what I had in goal. I figured I'd be doing a lot of sanding about what I did this week. Sanding, a little bit of this, pin router. Did a lot of work on a bunch of challengers.
Yeah. So the dirty little secret is that's all of us do is a lot of sanding and some other stuff. Yeah. But the sanding is the slow and arduous part. That's for sure. Let's take a couple of super chats here. I have to run Matt's computer, and I am not that good at it. Whoops! I think I just reported somebody.
Did you ban them?
I think I might have wiped out somebody's super chat accidentally. Dave Hawkinson said happy Friday. Thank you very much. Brian Duncan says happy Friday. Chris and Doug, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So did you get everything that you wanted to get out of this week?
Yes, I did.
Notice the delay? No, not at all. No, Chris. As a matter of fact, yeah.
We did quite a bit. Not as much as the last year when I came out.
Yeah.
The last year you had a bunch of necks and bodies.
I think that was just more consistent sanding. That's all. Yeah. This year you got to mix it up a little bit.
Well, I came in when I came in, because you guys kind of like run through a process. You have different and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, last year, I think we knew you were, well, I think we knew you were coming this year too, but last year we knew you were coming and we knew you were okay with sanding. So we sort of lined you up with a lot of sanding. This year, with the whole bunch of Challenger Juniors being sold, all of those are kind of in the process right now. We didn't have a lot of back stuff that was getting done. So yeah, it was cool. And thank you for coming out and thank you for putting up with us and thank you for sanding. And did you, did you learn something about paint?
Uh,
No, no, I didn't.
actually, I did. The finish
Yeah.
is mostly. I mean, I think you kicked me out of the paint booth on, was that Wednesday? I think I spent most of the time with you in the paint booth.
Yeah.
I think I asked you way too many questions and then
I think you did.
came in the next day and I was working with Matt the next day.
Oh, I didn't say anything. Everything was totally, I kind of figured you were bored. I thought, well, he probably knows pretty much most of this. You can only watch somebody paint for so long.
Well, yesterday you
Um,
he was in the booth a little bit yesterday anyway. So.
Yeah, and it was the exact same thing that I did the day before. So, and you probably had more fun doing woodwork with Matt. Maybe not. I don't know. You are a fellow Jet Pin Router alumni,
Absolutely, yes.
and in fact, bought or well, didn't buy it, but found your Jet Pin Router while you were here,
Yep.
searching your local marketplace.
Yep, came in here and experienced the pin router for the first time, and that Thursday or Friday, I'm on my marketplace flipping through, and one popped up, just like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. And it was a little bit of a deal too. We were a
And
little bit
about
jealous.
4 months later, my wife Tammy, she decided, hey, go pick this up.
Yep.
Happy meal.
Yeah.
Thanks, hon.
Yeah. So Brian Duncan wants to know where you're from. He must have missed that part.
I am from Toledo, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
It's where I live currently.
Currently, yep. Yeah. And yeah, and he comes out every so often. Took a class with us. That was fun.
Yeah, set net class.
That net class. Yeah, and you build some really cool guitars. And you take pictures and they look a lot like our pictures. And like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I saw a picture on Facebook and there was a jet pin router and several guitar bodies, and they weren't Challengers. And I was like, son of a bitch, Matt. What are you building? We just talked about how we don't want to build those. And here you are building those guitars. Yeah, great. And then I saw, oh no, it's Doug's pin router, which looks almost exactly like ours.
And I've even got the Texas Toast stickers on it.
Exactly. Yeah. It looks basically like ours. It's like, yeah, Texas Toast, Ohio edition.
Texas Toast 2.0.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So are the Mud Hens a real team?
Absolutely.
Okay. And how they been doing?
They do pretty good.
Yeah.
They're usually first or second in their divisions.
Okay, good. Are they double A team?
Triple A.
Triple A?
Yeah,
Okay.
they go right from Toledo to Detroit Tigers.
Okay. All right. How have the Tigers been doing? That's probably the more important question if you want to know how Farm Club's doing.
They're doing okay.
Yeah. Cool.
I'd much rather go see the Mud Hens though.
You would?
That's a lot cheaper and the park's a lot nicer, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, the Mud Hens, yeah, instead of the Tigers. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they always, whenever they have, we'll see people from Tigers pop in once in a while with when they're doing like a rehab if they're
yeah,
an injury.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So we have lots of things to reveal today. So I think we should just get to it, right? So the guitar in the picture, there's actually two that are going to Chicago, but they weren't both completely finished enough for pictures. Just one was. Matt had to leave today at about noon, so it had to be done by noon to get the picture. So we took a picture of Mike's guitar, and that's the one on there. And he and his buddy Ryan are from Chicago, and they play in a band called Evil Burrito. So that's why all of that stuff. And as luck would have it, we are going to ship those guitars out Monday, and Matt is going to hand deliver those guitars to Mike and Ryan next weekend or sometime after Friday. That's when he's leaving. So that's going to be a really cool thing. So it wasn't a rush, but I wanted to make sure that we got those guitars done this week. One, so that we could put them on the reveal. Two, that we could ship them out and have it all done, because we have a class next week, and next Friday is going to be class reveal. There won't be any time to show off these guitars, but I really wanted to show off these guitars because they came out really, really cool.
They did.
So without any further ado, this is Mike's guitar. That's the Sunburst one, the Trem. And I now have a helper, and now I know exactly how it feels when I go and do, what the hell are you doing over there? So here it is. Look at that. So let's do our normal stem to stern thing. This is Texas Toast Challenger. Traditional Texas Toast headstock, 7-degree headstock. This one has hip shot, open gear locking tuners because it's got a trem on it. And the locking tuners make it a little bit easier to deal with string changes and string breaks and things like that. Not that this guitar is ever going to break a string. It won't. That is my personal guarantee. Yeah, so black poisonwood fretboard, which looks really, really nice. I love the way this stuff looks. It's got maple binding on the neck and the body. Actually, the body, well, let's just call it binding. Maple top, mahogany back, mahogany neck. He wanted a little bit lighter than our traditional hammer burst. I would call this maybe like an iced tea burst, but I think it looks really, really good. One of my favorite things, flip it over onto the back again real quick, is the black control plates. And then this is actually a black piece of plastic underneath the trem cavity to kind of clean up all of that. I think it just makes it look a little nicer. It's a nice little touch. Let's see, what else? So this has a trem on it. It's hip shot 2-point trem, which is really cool. And then he spec'd the pickups. This has got a EVH here. It's got a PRS 5708, I think is what they call that one. Yeah, with a coil split on the front. My hands are greasy from eating peanuts. On the front volume pot, volume, tone. That one works a bridge, tone works both. And yeah, and it's a super cool guitar, and it's super light. And it weighs 6.75 pounds. It's light. You pick it up and you go, this is a light guitar. This is really neat. So yeah, that's that guitar. It looks really cool.
It does.
Mm-hmm. And his buddy, Ryan, so Mike is the original guy from Evil Burrito, and he was telling his friend Ryan, man, I'm getting this new guitar. It's really cool. And Ryan kind of snuck under the radar and bought one of the original 4 Texas Toast Challengers that we did like a month or 2 ago. And then decided that he liked that guitar so much that he wanted another. And he decided that he wanted this one in black. And I joked with Mike that I would have to make sure that at the very least both guitars were finished at the same time, because it would suck if your buddy got 2 guitars while you were waiting for just one. So this is Ryan's second guitar. So let's do the same thing. Texas Toast headstock, hip shot tuners. These are just the open gears, not locking. No real reason to do that.
Matt's favorite.
Yeah, Matt's favorite. He likes these better than he likes the locking ones, just because they look slightly cooler. Black poisonwood fretboard. These two good. Well, this one wasn't made exactly at the same time, but really, really close. Black poisonwood fretboard, maple binding once again. Yep. A little bit of a burst on the back, mahogany body, mahogany neck, string through, hip shot, hardtail bridge, volume, tone, 3-way switch.
What volume? I thought this was volume, tone.
Yeah, that's our little secret. Don't tell anybody that. That'll be when he gets it. He's like, this volume doesn't work. It just makes it dark. Yeah. String through. Yeah, a little bit of a burst on the back. Black, which is super, super fun to do. Just takes a little bit more work.
Better than white.
Well, yeah, in some ways, white's easy to buff though, because it's white. Black shows everything. I was joking today. I was wiping this guitar down to get it ready. And I was like, this is the cleanest this guitar is ever going to be, because it's just going to be fingerprints after this. And this one then, his previous, I say a lot. This guitar has EMG pickups in it. His previous one has Texas Toast Pure Juice pickups in it, and he wanted something a little tonally different. He's looking to, I guess they play a lot of two set gigs, and he wanted a different guitar, and he wants a little bit different sound for the other set. So we did some EMGs in this one. I think they're really cool because it's not cream and it's not stark white. It's kind of an ivory color, which I think goes really well with the maple binding. Show off the maple binding. Can you see that? That's maple binding. So yeah, it looks really, really cool, I think. I'm super happy with the way both of these turned out, and I know they're gonna love them. And yeah, look at that black on camera, man.
That's TV black.
It's TV black. Yeah,
It comes up black.
It looks black, even blacker on black and white, doesn't it? Yeah,
It's lost in my shirt.
It gets lost in your shirt, except it's got that cool binding on it.
Cool binding that
which
says,
goes
I am
off.
a guitar.
Yep. Yeah. So those are the two guitars for the reveal this week. But wait, there's more. We have way more. A special request from our friend Tony Lopes, who I don't know if he's here or not. Maybe he'll watch it later. Doug got to work on these this week, and it's.
Should I like push it really close so it looks like a?
So it looks like a normal size guitar. This is a Cabaquejo in the style of a PRS. And it's a wee. I think a Cabaquejo is basically a ukulele tuned kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Be careful that the pickup doesn't fall out. Yeah, this is it. It's got a carved top. It's a mahogany back, mahogany neck, carved top. Wee scale length. We put this cool Bartolini in here, and then it screws in from the back. And we'll be able to raise up and down. We're going to do something there. But anyway, yeah, a neat, fun little project. And one of the neat things about this is it's smaller. That doesn't mean that it's cheaper to make.
It's just harder.
It is actually way harder.
All the little nooks and crannies you got to stand in, they're even smaller.
I wouldn't know anything about that because I didn't sand it. However,
I did.
Doug did sand it, and he knows, yeah, way more about little nooks and crannies.
The frets are so cute.
They are. They're tiny, tiny, tiny. Yeah.
The size of them.
Yeah, and I guess that was a real issue. Matt was when he was putting those in, he was like, these are not as easy to put in as you would think.
They're almost as wide as the Tang.
Yeah, I think that was part of the issue. So, and the Tang is really short, from what I remember him saying. So it's like I forget what kind of wire it is. Yeah.
I think it's mandolin.
Yeah, maybe. I think it might even be smaller than that. Let's show off Tony's other guitar too, if that's okay.
Sure.
So what's better than one Texas Toast guitar? Two Texas Toast guitars.
And what's better than two?
Yeah, one that we may never do again. So this is Tony's Marine Corps guitar. Next says Semper Fi on it. Has Marine Corps fabric on the top and the headstock. But the neat thing about this guitar, and the thing that Matt is not super keen on reproducing, is it's a carved top. It's actually got a carve to it. Very much, well, I don't know that it's Gibson-like. It's got some Gibson-y features to it. But yeah, carved tops are a whole new challenge, or a whole other challenge.
Yeah.
And one of the problems trying to do a carved top Challenger is things start to get really, really weird in this neighborhood here with pickup rings and things like that. There's only so many ways you can carve that. So yeah, Tony talked Matt into doing a carved top Challenger, and here it is. This will get sanded down and smoothed out, and it'll be glass smooth when it's done. Everybody always says, well, I don't think you're ever going to be able to make that smooth, but we'll be able to get it smooth. We've done it before.
It's about like 80 grit sandpaper.
It is about like 80 grit. Yeah. So yeah, this will be a really cool guitar when it's done, and it's getting closer. I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but it is.
Got custom
So
inlay, Semper Fi.
Semper Fi. Yep. So yeah. So we got some super chats here. And as always, Chris can't work the computer. Mike Manthel says, no, Manthe says, you are the man, Chris. The paint is sick. Thank you very much. I work really hard on it. And so it's nice when people appreciate it. Tam Cook 06 says, that is nice. And she's not wrong. And Tom L says, dude, that's badass. I hope it's not the last. Tony is a lucky dude. Oh, look, and we have a request for another one. Yes, we can. We will show off the Yingling Green guitar. We were talking about that and I spaced it out. So here's a guitar that we did this week for our buddy David DeVoe, who is the shop electrician. He's a master electrician and he's also friends with Matt and myself. And he's the guy that comes in when we get a new tool and we need to move wiring around and move stuff. This one's really light too. Yeah, it has no hardware on it, but yeah, and so we are building this for him, and it is a fabric top. What is you know more about the pattern than I do.
I haven't really narrowed down exactly which clan, but it's a Scottish tartan.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be really particular on how many lines, like the yellow in particular, when you're looking up, and lines and all kinds of stuff. So, but yeah, it's a Scottish tartan. It's the antique style. It's more of the subdued stuff, the modern stuff that's got more color to it.
Yep. So yeah, so fabric top, and then we did his name in Western font. Yep. on the fingerboard. He came up with that with the little sheriff stars. We're gonna get him a little set of guns on the hat. And yeah, and then I asked him, well, what do you want on the sides and the back? Thinking he was going to say, some sort of sunburst, some sort of brown, some sort of something like that. It's mahogany. And he said, if the red SG came in green, that's what I want. And so Doug and I sat around and we played around trying to figure out a way to make it that green with just dye and paint, and we couldn't do it. And so we had this Yingling green, and so I mixed it up with a little bit of Intercoat clear, and it's hard to see on camera, just like TV yellow, but you can actually see grain showing through on the body and the neck. On the sides, it's pretty solid, but I did that on purpose. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And
it's a lot better in person.
It does, yeah. Well, I think most green guitars look a lot better in person. This looks kind of brown. And the problem with trying to turn a brown wood like mahogany green is it starts to just look like a really old, almost gone bad avocado, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. So we'd spray a little and wipe it off. Mix more paint, spray a little.
Talk about it a second.
Yeah. What do you think it needs?
I think it needs more yellow. No,
I think it needs to
some black.
It needs to not be green. Yeah. Yes, I agree, Tom. Terrible beer, cool color. Looks like baby food pea color. Yeah. Well, so this one, it's got a bunch of pearl in it, and it hasn't been wet sanded and buffed. We've used that color before, and it's actually a really neat color when it's done. And shiny. So I think it'll look really good. I sent a picture to Dave and he's like, that's totally not what I had in mind, but it's really cool looking. So we'll go with that. Sean Emmenizer says he's drinking Yingling now. I love Yingling.
What Yingling?
I've ever had it.
Regular Yingling?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
I want to try their, they got a Hershey's.
Yeah.
It's a darker beer.
Yeah. I've been Hershey's.
It's got the Hershey's flavoring in it, but it's not like I don't know exactly what it is, but I've heard a lot of people really like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of beer,
where'd we go the other day? We went to Odyssey Beer Works.
Odyssey Beer Works. And
Odyssey Beer Works, and we had Texas Toast Red, and they only had it in cans, which I take that to be a good sign that all of their kegs are empty. So, and they only had it in,
they got past the expiration date.
it doesn't go bad that fast. Not with that much booze.
I really like that the Texas Toast Red. It was for a red, it was really smooth. You could, I mean, it was really, I really liked it. I'll probably be ordering some when I get home.
Yeah, it's a good beer. Maybe I bet you they have one extra keg floating around that they'll bust out at a later date. So that'll be good. Yeah. So what's next on the list of things that you are going to do in your home shop?
I have a couple of these to, I got one that's almost ready for finish, and I have another one that's in the early stages of being started. And after that, I have a Telecaster to build for family member that ordered one the other night.
And what's special about the Telecaster besides that it's for a family member?
Pineapple fabric top.
Okay. And what else? I didn't even know about that.
He wants a pineapple F-hole too.
Okay.
So I'll be able to do that. I'm pretty good with carving.
Okay. All right. And
he wants dual P90s.
Dual P90s. Yeah.
P90s.
Yep.
Which has been interesting to try and find hardware for, because I did find a bridge, but it was no longer available
with a P90.
P90, traditional Telecaster.
Yeah. That I don't know. If only you had a friend that had a CNC that could make you a fake plate.
I don't know.
Out of chrome plastic. I've made lots
Chrome.
of chrome plastic stuff that looks mostly like chrome, even next to chrome.
So I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna do the pineapple. And it's kind of a surf motif, like the lime green, surf green type.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And I think the back's gonna be painted the same. And mint green, possibly a mint green fingerboard.
Oh yeah, painted fingerboard.
Possibly.
That's really fun. You should definitely do it.
No, I shouldn't.
Yeah, no, I think painted fingerboards are really fun, and you should. It's a good challenge. I mean, unless you've done one, you just don't know. So
yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. You can take everybody else's advice and not do one.
But you know what I'm going to do before I start that Telecaster build?
No.
I'm going to order me a set of templates. You know anywhere good? You know where
I do know
some good templates?
I do know this guy named Maximum Steve from Maximum Guitar Works that makes the best templates, and you got to use the templates.
I did.
And just discover just how awesome they are and how easy they are to pop on and off, front to back and back to front. And I forgot to do this, and now I get to put it back on and do this and that, and it just drops on exactly where you need it to be every time.
That was one of the other things that I wanted to do when that was on my to-do list. I wanted to experience how Steve's template system, because they're not just templates, it's a system.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I wanted to see exactly how it worked, and if it was a massive improvement over traditional style templates.
Is it?
It is it's unbelievably how much nicer they are.
Yeah.
And they're done with CNC to proper specs.
Yeah.
So they are like we were talking, you can put the pick guard right on it and it lines up. You don't have to jostle things around and
Nope. Everything is perfect. He actually uses a laser to cut them. His laser cutter's huge.
The sharp laser beams on his head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's got a tank in his shop. We didn't show that off. We didn't want people to get too jealous of Steve and his laser sharp tank cutter. Yeah.
How's it going, Dan? Dan says,
so
I'm doing great.
Loring wants to know, is Steve making any Jag or Moserite templates? Not yet. You could probably commission him to do that. A lot of people don't know. Steve is he's a busy guy. He doesn't just do the guitar thing. He also has a military career. And man, somebody is texting the holy living bejesus out of me. Oh, it's Matt Flaherty Yeah,
Sure.
learn to fart is what he says. I am turning him off. It's my show now, Matt.
Mind your business.
That's right. Yep. Yep. You know what happened when Gabe Kaplan quit Welcome Back, Kotter? They moved on,
Yes.
and then they canceled the show. Yeah. We should probably wrap this up. I think it's gonna start getting sloppy real fast.
It was
We
starting to
should
come out
thank
pretty good.
our other sponsors, Flipside Music, the Great American Guitar Store, for helping us out. Even though he can't find a case for an RD, we still like him.
He's okay.
Cheryl and John from Bitterroot Guitars. We used a bunch of their stuff this week. We just got a box of 50 truss rods. Yeah, that was the heaviest box the UPS guy delivered all week. And that was after we got wood from Dan and Calvin at Tonewood Experts. We got a ton of wood from Dan and Calvin. Yeah, it was a big box of wood, a lot of big boxes of wood, and the truss rods were still heavier. That's not true. Per cubic inch, the truss rods were heavier because they're metal. Did I forget anybody? Odyssey.
We flipped Odyssey in there.
Da-da, da-da-da.
Maximum.
Yeah, Maxim.
Tonewood.
Flipside.
Bitterroot.
I think that's it. So anyway, let's wrap this up. Thanks for coming out.
No problem.
Safe travels home. Safe travels with me getting back to your hotel. It's been snowing all day here. So that'll be fun. No, it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, Dylan Talks Tone.
Oh geez.
How could we forget that?
So sorry, Dylan Talks Tone. Dylan Talks Tone makes fantastic pickups. We put them in all of our Challenger Juniors. We're going to put him in a bunch of Challengers. He's won awards for his pickups. That's how cool they are. And they're not a lot of money. In the world of boutique pickups, his are a real bargain. You could spend a lot more for a lot less. That was meant to sound like a compliment.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, his stuff is really, really cool. And he's the guy that makes them. He doesn't have a staff. It's him.
You know what I like the most about Dylan? Other than he's,
well, I was going to say how handsome he is. And then I thought, well, how knowledgeable he is. And I thought, well, it's probably both of those things.
That's exactly
right?
it.
Yeah.
His knowledge. And he understands the flow of electrons and how magnetism, he understands that. He's not just going by, well, this is how Fender or Gibson used to do this many windings with this. He dives into the physics behind his pickup.
Yeah.
He understands it a lot more than most.
Yeah.
others.
Yeah. He does a great job, and his channel is really good, and he tries to share as much information as he can. He's coming out here for an entire month of May. I think virtually all of those classes are sold. You'll have to go on the Texas Toast website if you want to sign up for one. There might be some spots left for one of the wind your own pickups with Dylan McCurchie. I believe the build a guitar with your own pickups that you wound from Dylan McCurchie class.
That's the following.
Those are all sold up. Yeah, sold out. So the way that it works is you come Friday and Saturday and Sunday and wind pickups with Dylan, and then starting, if you're lucky enough to be in one of those classes, starting Monday, then we're going to build a guitar, and you're going to be able to put those pickups in the guitar, which I think is one of the neatest things that we've ever done.
Yeah.
Because you get to build the guitar and you get to build the pickups. I haven't even gotten to do that. And I built a lot of guitars, and I haven't been able to wind my own pickups. So those will be really.
Well, didn't you
really
wind half the pickup in the plylet?
No, so I wound a half a coil and a humbucker that we stuck in the electric sex machine triple ring.
Oh yes,
so right. It was like
that's right.
1/9 of a pickup, I think, is basically how it worked out.
That's right. I knew.
Yeah. Jesse and I wound each coil. Yeah, and then we put that. He put that into a humbucker, and then we used that on
the award.
I think it was the Wee Neck. So who knows if it was a good pickup or not? I'm sure it was, because between us, Jesse and I have both wound a total of one pickup. So anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope this was okay. I know I'm not the pontificator that Matt Flaherty is, and I know I don't have the take charge and yell at the camera personality that he does. As I say, But anyway, this was really fun, and I'm glad Doug was here because Matt told me he said, I got this thing I got to do on Friday. Can you still do a reveal, a live stream? I was like, I don't think I can. And then, oh yeah, Doug's here. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. As long as somebody else is here, and Doug has proven himself before on these. So yeah, this was actually better than I thought it would be. What do you think?
I did. I was actually kind of worried about it.
Were you?
I did.
Why would you be worried? I'm here. I'm
Because,
right here
I
with
got
you.
big shoes to fill. I mean,
Big shoes to fill. Yeah. Yeah. You're the guy that just has to sit there and say, yeah.
yeah, you get interrupted a lot.
Yeah. Let me tell you what did you do all week?
Well,
let me tell you what I did. Nobody likes dead air, Doug. All right. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.